Hello, visionaries. Welcome back to my channel. And if you guys are new here, welcome. And today I am with my sister. We are on our way to Disneyland and we are going to have lots of fun. But again, since the beginning of the year, I decided to tell you guys that I'm going to incorporate you guys as much into my life as possible. And I want your guys' opinions as well about all the topics and conversations that I'm going to have. And what better way to do that when we are literally stuck in LA traffic on our way to Disneyland having fun? My sister is shy, so she probably won't be coming in on this video. Whenever she does feel comfortable, she'll pop in whenever she wants to. But yeah, she is going to be sharing her side of how she feels about certain topics that we're going to talk about. And today is going to be about relationships and are they a necessity? How do we feel about them? Is there a difference between this generation and that generation, the red flags of certain stuff? And also, we want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions about things as well. So please, by all means, if it's something that you agree with us on, agree with us. If it's something that you disagree with us on, let us know down in the comments because it's going to be quite interesting to see what you guys have to say because everyone has a certain way and a certain view of how they view things. And it's going to be interesting to see how you guys think about it. So without further ado, let's get ready for this topic of relationships. No names, no people. No, but I was just saying this conversation that we probably need to be having just in general, like, because I'm a generation above you.
Yes.
And so we're talking about relationships. And because we don't like something about somebody doesn't mean necessarily it's a red flag. We just probably will not like that. And automatically, I think this generation that's now my generation, your generation, would think that because I don't like something, it's gonna be a red flag and I don't want to deal with it.
I feel
And
like you
that's
give up too easily.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And granted, my sister has her own mindset and I have my own mindset. We're not gonna agree on a lot of stuff. And again, I said in the beginning of the year, I'm going to probably do more like personal videos and stuff, not just reactionary stuff. Trying to like incorporate you guys as much as as possible in my life. So my family is definitely a part of that. So yeah, my sister, she's shy, so she probably won't be on. She would just probably hear her. But we're on our way to Disneyland right now. Again, like I said. But yeah, relationships are tricky. I think we both had our share of ins and outs of relationships, right?
100%.
It's just, but I think my dynamic and your dynamic are totally different. The reason why I don't think I'm successful, I don't even think we had this
No, we actually
conversation.
haven't. That's kind of
Oh my
crazy.
God, we haven't had this conversation. I don't see, and it's crazy to be vulnerable actually on camera now, right? I'm like getting nervous. I'm like, ah, what am I gonna say? No, but like I think because of me being trans is a tricky situation. And I think my generation now, because I don't really want anyone younger, I'm just not attracted to anyone younger really. I like someone my age or older.
As
So
do I.
yeah, right? I mean, right. You know what I'm saying? Because how old are you? Now you're
25.
25. Yeah, 25. And so it's just kind of like my generation doesn't really think like it's okay to be in a relationship with someone that is a transsexual. I think after your generation, I think it's going to probably be more acceptable for someone to flourish and be in a healthy, successful, stable relationship with a trans woman. Like that's just what it is. But yeah, I think that's probably why I'm not in one.
Mhm.
Because I think I get sexualized a lot, and it's just like, oh, what can we just do sexually, or we'll hang out and we'll go on dates, and we'll go. I was traveling the world with, you know what I'm saying, with what's, so I was just like, and I was going on dates with several people. I go on dates a lot. It's just, but nothing comes out of it. So I think that's probably what it is. What do you think it is with your generation, and why? But not saying any name, not saying any names, but like, like you're luckily in a good thing now, right? But it took time to get there. and many frogs, like
Yes.
many
Many,
donkeys,
many.
right? Many donkeys, many asses, you know?
I just feel like what you said earlier, a lot of people just give up after like a argument or a
Mhm,
confrontation. They just don't have the mental capacity to just sit down and just like, okay, let's talk about it. What are the solutions?
mhm.
What are the conflicts? What are the pros, cons, all that. A lot of people just give up too easily.
I
I feel
agree.
like that in my generation, at least, like I know that that's a recurring problem. A lot of people don't want something serious. They want something for a short time, not a long time.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. And yeah, and I think people again, I think like my and your generation, especially like I think people just focus on situationships
Mhm.
now.
That's a
You
big
know,
thing.
that's a big thing, and I think that's the culture now, and it's kind of sad in a way,
Mhm, very
because
sad.
I mean, look at our how our upbringing
All
is.
our family, yeah.
All our family are is like literally married plus 20 years. They're still all together. Our aunts and uncles, like our mom and dad is still together. It's just kind of like that's all we know, and so we look at our friends and our coworkers and people that we meet out anywhere. Usually, they don't have that family dynamic, and it's we're like a grain of rice and sand, you know,
Yeah,
it's
a
like
rare bunch
it's
of
a rare bunch of, we're just a rare situation and we're blessed that way. And so we're lucky that we know and we see what marriage, long lasting marriage can be. It's not going to be always perfect,
right.
right? It's not going to always be something like um magical fairy tales and, great rainbows and sunshines. There's going to be hard times, but yeah, and it's just a lot when it comes down to relationships. It's I don't know. What do you guys think? You can let me know down in the comments on why people aren't in long lasting relationships now, or not focused on even getting married now,
Yeah.
right? Getting married, settling down, having kids, or how it used to be. Like, does it need to be that way? You think? Does it need to be traditional? You think?
I don't necessarily think that all marriages need to be traditional,
Mhm.
like, at all, because I feel like as time goes on, there's gonna be a bunch of changes regardless, like,
Mhm.
with time comes changes, you know? So maybe the definition of marriage is gonna change. Like it's not gonna be a traditional type of marriage. It's gonna be maybe not even called a marriage at all. Like as
Mm.
more
So what do you
generations
mean?
come
What do you
through.
mean? What do you mean?
Like maybe I mean, because I know a lot of people in my generation, the reason why they don't want to get married is because they think it's just a document, like a piece of paper.
Mm, okay.
You know, that's why I'm saying, like, maybe as generations go on, they might also agree with that and marry. Maybe the idea of a marriage is just gonna,
And but just change the terminology or the word of it, just saying like a binding document
yeah,
of just like, legally,
mhm,
if anything happens to me or whatever, or you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Or, by law, we don't have to wait for the common, what is it, for a certain amount of time. You guys are married, if you guys get divorced or whatever, you're gonna be safe for like 10 years or something like that.
I think so.
It's common law marriage or something? It's a common
Yes.
law marriage situation? Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's a tricky situation, you guys. What do you think? That's a question I'm going to ask you guys. Do you think that, what is the difference between, let me see, generations before till now with relationships? Do you think that it's an important thing to get into one and just want one? Is it something that you focused on, that you wanted in your life?
Yeah, I still want marriage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I still want marriage. I still want, well, I mean, kids is still kind of a little tricky just
Would
because
you
of the way that things are going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
So that's still a hit or miss, but I have always wanted one, at least one, growing up.
Yeah, it's interesting, you guys. It's very interesting. I want kids. I know. I want
You
kids,
want
but
kids?
my kid's situation would be in a perfect world. This is funny, you guys. Listen up, you guys. Listen up. In a perfect world, let me know if you guys are the same way, especially if you're trans. In a perfect world, I wouldn't want a kid with a trans man.
Wait, you wouldn't?
I would.
You would?
I would want a family with a trans man.
Oh,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
So how that would naturally just work.
Work. Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It would not be it would just look it would just look and feel not only just like obviously organically, naturally having that as our DNA and our whatever, but just our experiences in life would kind of we could understand it. You know what I'm saying? We even though they're separate journeys, but they're on the same path. You get what I'm saying? Like it's the same direction that we lived in, you know? So in my perfect world, that would be that situation, but I haven't found a trans man that I would do that with. Like I would not even just sexual. I'm not even talking about sexually, just be in relationship with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, building and growing with. Just because I mean, I would never like again, and when I'm talking about this thing, I'm not talking about anything sexually. I'm just talking about just as a person, you know? So yeah, I don't know. And then a lot of the trans men in Los Angeles, to me, what I experienced, they only like men. So it's weird. They only like cis men. So it's just kind of like they either like cis men or they like cis women, like you not no trans women. So it's like, I don't know, but a lot of them just do like just cis men. From my experience, it's not saying that every trans man is like that because they're not, because everyone is not like monolithic. But but yeah, it's just interesting. We're like I said, we're on our way to Disneyland. I wanted to just get more personable with you guys, see our little intake, our little car rides. I'm sure we'll do this a lot more,
Mhm.
right? Our hot topics of stuff. And I want your guys' input as well. Do you guys want a relationship? What makes a successful relationship? Yeah, like what is the difference between older generations and this day generations with relationships? Are people what my sister Josie said? Are people giving up too fast on relationships? Do they think that red flags are something that is something that you need to just give up on a relationship that quickly for, or is it something that we need to understand, like that's just something that we just don't like about somebody and does not make it a red flag situation, But I don't know. I don't want to make this video too long. I want to hear what you guys' input is. I want to see what you guys have to say. Thank you guys for listening. This will be there will- a lot more content like this coming out soon. Please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and share this video on all your social media platforms. And like always, visionaries, life is your vision. It is whatever you make it, as long as you make it freaking fabulous. Until the next one. Bye.